Weeks 9 through 12. The squat of the squat of the squat of the king of the exercises is the squat. Squats are king. And we're gonna finish off this block with squats. 5 sets, 8 to 15. Again, you could pyramid up. If you could squat 405, start at 135, 225, 315, till you hit that 405. All right, well, you know what I'm saying? So we count warm-ups in this movement. Okay, that's total sets. That's why I put it at 5. None of this 1 to 2 warm-up sets, 3 sets, blah, 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 blah. No! Keep it simple, okay? Just get your sets. Next up, machine leg press, hack squat, leg extension. Leg press calf raise. Sit in the leg press machine, pick the bar up, legs straight but not hyperextended. Again, I don't really like hyperextending stuff. And then you do a plank. 3 sets, 1 minute apiece. The beautiful thing about this leg day program is even if you're a beginner, starting a goblet squat will prep you from your core on down and on up to do squats. If you're an advanced lifter, the shock of your body going from a squat and regressing back to a goblet squat might initiate the gains you've been looking for in both strength and hypertrophy and muscle size. So that's that, guys. That is the lower body pull. The granddaddy of all exercises. Works more muscles in the body than you can even count. The back squat. Now we progressed up to this from the goblet squat to the front squat. Now we're on the back squat. Now a couple things that I like to point out. When you're going up in weight in this, it's fine to use a belt. It's not going to weaken anything. All a belt does, it forces you to push your stomach out, increasing your intra-abdominal pressure, which will decrease the chance of a back injury. Or at least keep you nice and tight and keep you mentally cognizant of the fact that, hey, I need to support my torso because I'm gonna have some heavy weight on my back. Now, as for how low you can go, it depends. I don't want to see any quarter squats, but generally speaking, 90 degrees or below is fine. If you have the range of motion to go ass to the grass, by all means do it. However, if your range of motion or your comfort level is at 90 degrees, all I ask is you go to 90 degrees. Before you go down on the squat, you're gonna take a deep breath and hold it in. That's called a Valsalva maneuver. That will push your stomach up against the belt and increase your body's own internal belt that will keep you stable throughout the lift. As you go down, descend slowly. When you hit the bottom, pop back up. If you go all the way down, none of that, boom, none of that herky-jerky stuff at the bottom. Want to maintain integrity. I personally use these knee sleeves just to keep my knees nice and warm, and I use a belt. So without further ado, let's get into it. There is a low bar squat and a high bar squat. We're gonna do more of a high bar squat. A low bar squat is used a lot by powerlifters. Which one you choose to do is a personal preference thing. The next progression in leg press is a simple bilateral leg press. Now, I'm getting haters on this, I am. But I've actually witnessed many people blow out their lower backs doing a leg press with hyperextension. I'm gonna show you both ways, show you what not to do and what to do. Now, I have very light weight on for demonstration purposes. However, what we wanna do with the leg press, we wanna come just before your lower back starts to round. That's not ankle mobility, that's making your lower back round. That's your structure, that's a lot of different things. So all I wanna do, this is a quad-centric movement. So our focus is gonna be on the quads, and of course, we're always gonna have our glutes and cores tightened. So for the bilateral leg press, if you wanna go more hamstring focused, that's not what we're doing today, you can put your legs up here, but we're doing a standard leg press. Put your legs where they comfortably land. For me, so my knees are about this angle, and different leg presses will have different leverage, so you just have to feel it out for what feels best. As far as width, I like around shoulder width apart. Come up. Unlock the machine, grab onto the handles, come down. Now, here's where I want you, right here. See my butt's not rounding, but it's right about to round, boom. And that's not ankle mobility. So this is not a half rack, because my quads are fully engaged. Now, this isn't bad per se, but it is a risk factor. So some people in the full range of motion camp, come down here, look where my butt is. That's not good, okay? So I want your butt to remain on here. For me, that's right about there. Don't totally lock out your knees, constant tension. Next up is a hack squat. There's no progression for that because it's a machine. However, not all gyms have hack squats, but most do. A lot of gyms will have a squat machine. Any kind of squat machine is good to go. They have free motions, so many different brands. We have a Body Masters Power Squat here. So this is what we're gonna use. Come in here. Get your correct angle. Now on these, I like to keep them lighter and go nice and deep. Generally speaking, functional trainers like EXOS trainers don't usually do open chain movements. Open chain is something like a biceps curl or a leg extension because, hey, doesn't really apply to the field or any kind of athletic event. However, we're looking to combine the best of both worlds, which is hypertrophy as well as performance, being able to move. So I don't mind adding in some open chain movements. Now, a leg extension, while we don't hyperextend on leg press, you want to squeeze as high as possible with the maximum contraction on your quadriceps. So, hook your leg under, come back, grip the handles, raise controlled, squeeze, and down. Raise controlled, pause at the top, and down. You can breathe through on these. No Valsalva or holding your breath in for the internal belt needed, because you're just putting all the pressure on your quads. Leg press calf raises, pretty simple. In a leg press, your legs are out. However, they're not fully extended. You have a slight bend in them just for knee joint integrity. So you're gonna sit down here, put a weight you can handle for a given rep range. Feet at the bottom of the leg press, toes, just toes. So your foot is hanging off, come up, hyperextend, squeeze at top. The plank, in my opinion, is the exercise that determines if you could do any other exercise. I like people to be able to hold a plank for a minute before they even think about doing a back squat. Till then, we do things like goblet squats to strengthen our core. Now with a plank, you're not just gonna sit there and hold it, you're gonna tighten everything from your glutes to your stomach. So you come down here, elbows on the ground. That's one method. We're just gonna do this one for simplicity. Okay. I like to put my arms in a little V-type motion here. Out, flat, bring your navel in, squeeze your stomach, vacuum pose, tighten your glutes, tighten everything, and hold it.